Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again today. My name is Peter Banks. Welcome to a very windy day on Mersea Island as I make this film. I'm going to tackle quite a difficult topic today, and it's been on my heart actually. I feel quite strongly about it. In a way, by verbalising this, I hope to rationalise some of the thoughts that are whizzing around in my wee head. And that is that I think as anti-nuclear NGOs, we've got an awful lot we can learn from the nuclear industry. Alright. I'm going to break it down into 3 words, and clearly there would be many more. First one's going to be money. The NGOs were recently up in Westminster in London with the Government Department of Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, and one of the comments that the co-chair made from BAYS was about pro-nuclear NGOs, and I thought, right, don't we normally call them lobbyists, and aren't they paid by developers or people that are investing? They're in the pay of those people to pressurise government. So that was quite an interesting comment, and I was thinking, are there other people like us who are unpaid that are pro-nuclear? Wow, I've always thought that it was about money. Now, everyone in the nuclear industry is getting paid very handsomely, and of course I suspect, I don't have any figures, but the pro-nuclear lobbyists will be paid very handsomely. Now, generally, we as NGOs on the anti-nuclear side do not get paid. Okay, we might get our train ticket and so on, but as a rule we don't get paid. We do this because we believe in it. So it's a faith structure that what we're doing is the right thing, the honourable thing, and the best for society, community and the world. However, is there going to be a time we're going to need to put some money behind this? And I think that's something we need to have in a back burner. Word 2 is message. The nuclear industry, with the wealth of expertise that their PR companies and marketing companies have, they come up with what looks like positive phrases. Keeping the lights on, energy security, jobs, low carbon generation. All of these things are, there's an element of accuracy, but it is effectively spin. And we know what they're doing. But what they are successful at doing with using a positive message is pulling the wool over the public's eyes. We tend to be much more negative with our messaging, and we tend to be adversarial. If we're just talking about no nuclear, perhaps we're not really giving a solution, whereas they appear to be giving a solution. So I think we can be smarter. We can look at turning phrases around. Maybe we get aggressively, we ask, are you aware that? Do you know that? We could start a question with, what is the progress with? Or, I'm pleased to hear that you are looking in greater detail with the Hunterston reactor graphite cores. What's the progress in rolling this out to the other stations? I understand that the Hinkley nitrogen suppression system is working. That's fantastic. What's the scenario of putting it on all the AGRs? Some of us are really good at this already, so I'm generalising here. Last word. So we've done money, we've done message, and the third word is motive. The pro-nuclear body is always going to be singing from the same hymn sheet, particularly about their sense of the need for new nuclear. What happens with us, of course, is we tend to be more focused on our own mastermind specialist subject. As I film, I sit 2 miles from the site of the possible Bradwell B. Other people up the coast, Sizewell, Hinckley, Wilver. We have a situation where we can potentially look as though we're more worried about our own project than we are about the UK-wide issue of new nuclear corporately as one mind. And the nuclear industry, they use a really clever technique which I kind of call beleaguered victimhood, where because there are smart NGOs like us, please include me, that are challenging what they're doing, they are fearful of losing all the public, and so they use this technique that makes them try to gain empathy and sympathy with the way that they work. And it's that kind of course you realise that without nuclear blah blah, you realise that when the wind stops blowing, not today, the wind turbines don't turn them, and we have to pay them, as though nuclear isn't subsidised enough. When the sun doesn't shine, a cloud comes over, nuclear's on all the time. It's baseload, that dreadful old-fashioned supply-driven 20th century technology. Thank you very much for sticking with me. I realise this might be quite tricky for some people, and please don't excommunicate me. I'm exercised by this, and I'm quite prepared to be wrong, but I thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe with a little blob over here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers.